I mean, there comes a time where you just can't lick the boots anymore. You just can't kiss the big, wart-covered hind end of the New World Order and the pot-bellied little government servants. There comes a time when you can't lay down anymore. There comes a time when you just can't put up with it anymore. I'm going to settle down. I don't know if I'm immune to the fluoride or what it is, because it is a toxic sedative. Of course, I don't drink it. When I'm out at a restaurant, I still do it, drink the iced tea or whatever. I don't know what your problem is out there, red-blooded men. You thank me for going to city council and the state legislature and Congress? You thank me for making films? What is stopping you from taking action? And a lot of people are taking action, and that's why the globalists are scared. But I'm telling you, we don't have much time. You've got to launch your InfoWar operations right now. Banner hangs, mini documentaries, newsletters, websites. Look, you don't have to do it perfect. You know, I see everybody wait, for the perfect opportunity, the perfect crafted information, or the perfect way to deliver it. No, just take action. It's all we've got. All right, I'm going to your calls. John F. Kennedy, in a speech at the White House, 62, he said, those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable. Homeland Security will probably list him as a terrorist next. They already listed Thomas Jefferson and George Washington. Oh, yeah, I have the training manuals. I have video. And don't sit there, cops, and laugh. A lot of you have been in the training. It's in my film, Road to Tyranny, video of FEMA teaching cops, firemen, and police that, and you know it's true. Let's go ahead and talk to Jeff in California. Jeff, you're on the air. Thanks for holding.
All right, Alex. Hey, great job. I have three things. I'll make it quick, okay? I'm a plumber, pipe fitter, all right? Watching the way they put that saw in there, they set it up to get pinched. You have you got a pipe leaning to the right. You got the whole back side wide open, but they cut it from the side so the pipe can pinch it. Don't make sense. On top of that... Yeah,
I noticed that, and I'm no genius, but they did cut it the way it was leaning. And any moron knows if a tree's leaning, say, to the southwest, then you go over to the northeast side of the tree to cut it so it will fall the direction it's already leaning so it doesn't fall on you. I mean, that is a good point.
And the other thing is, that is a flange. If anybody's familiar with a flange, that's how you connect another piece of pipe to another. There's a flange here. Cut the bolts off the flange, slide two rods up, bring a piece of pipe down with a gasket on it. Over the two rods, you put your little bolts in one at a time, you got it sealed. No, they crushed the top to make it worse. Now, my other thing is...
Well, here's the deal. Hold on, I'm going to hold you over if need be, but it's time for Watson or Kurt or Steve... Aaron's too busy on the film we're working on, to do a full report. They dumped 44% of their stock, then about 8% more, so it's a total of, 52, a percent of the Goldman Sachs 2 days before and the day after, but 44% 2 days before. It turns out the CEO of BP, the chief Tony Hayward, sold shares weeks before oil spill, the biggest sale ever for him individually. And it was all against BP. And then the fact that BP is the top globalist oil company wanting the carbon tax, and now Obama is using this to kickstart his carbon tax, calling it an oil spill tax. Yes, my gut now tells me it's a staged event. Go ahead.
Okay, one more thing. Now, everybody listen up closely. This is a possibility. This is coming out of a website called, just letting you know, I want to be on a ball, called the Intel Hub. I don't know if you ever heard of them. But basically, red alert possibility. Battle-hardened troops on guard arriving in Gulf with 50-millimeter cannons, machine guns on top, full battle gear, waiting for pictures to be sent today. It was in Grand Isle, Louisiana. The report came to us through the scene.
Listen, I appreciate your call, Jeff. I don't like to go off of internet speculation, though Obama did say he was dispatching SWAT teams to the Gulf. And the Gulf is collapsing. It's going to devastate their economy. And people are already attacking BP stations, egging them, spraying graffiti on them. And so I would imagine they are going to deploy troops. I mean, I got video all over the country where they just have National Guard out for a local basketball game. They'll direct traffic when there's no need in the middle of cornrows, all acclimating the slaves. All right, Nathan, Tom, Dan, Curry, your calls are coming up. Anybody commit crime? I was being somewhat sarcastic there. I wouldn't grow marijuana, and I'm not going to tell him what to do. I mean, I wouldn't plea bargain if I'd done it. I would continue to fight it. But that's a decision for him to make, Dan. I appreciate your call. Or Tom. Now we're going to Dan in Minnesota. Dan, you're on the air. Go ahead. Hello, Dan. Welcome.
Hi, Alex.
Yes.
First-time caller. I just got 2 quick questions for you.
Welcome.
Hi. You and Jim Tucker have been pretty good at exposing the New World Order and the Bilderberg Group to slow them down a little bit. What are the chances of us slowing down the Committee of 300? Because aren't they more powerful than the Bilderberg Group?
Well, look, the Committee of 300 doesn't really meet. And, of course, the Committee of 300 is the larger grouping or the name they give themselves of the elite in Europe, the U.S., England, and Canada. And the Bilderberg Group is one of their key meeting steering committees. So it's one and the same. People get, the mainstream media always says, which is it, Alex? Does the Trilateral Commission run it? Does the Club of Rome run it? Does the CFR run it? Does the Royal Commission on International Affairs run it? Does the Bilderberg Group run it? All of those are chaired and co-chaired and steered by less than 20 people. And so the Club of Rome is over environmental takeovers. Trilateral Commission is between Asia, Europe, and North America on banking. So there's specialized corporate bodies that do this. But, yes, the Bilderberg Group does have steering committee meetings. We should try to go to those. Trilateral Commission has meetings. Those are getting confronted. Club of Rome has meetings. We should go out to all of these. But you'll notice when you go to these meetings, it's all the same people. About once a month, the top globalists are meeting somewhere.
Okay, thank you. And my second question is, I'm divorced and I have a 7-year-old son. My ex-wife works for the sheriff's department, and she's one of those people that thinks government is God and will give them any vaccine under the sun. How do you deal with people like that?
And this is your ex-wife?
Yes.
Well, she thinks she's getting away with something and showing you, and she knows best. I would bring her all of the vaccine inserts. I'd bring her the H1N1, the regular seasonal. I would underline Guillain-Barré, neurological disorder. I would underline mercury, thimerosal. And then I would bring fact sheets on each one and say, listen, honey, I'm sure I'm wrong about a lot of things. You're on a power trip. You're the woman. You're in charge. You've got the uniform. I'm just the dumb male. But this really does hurt our baby. I know out of fear, you give him the shots thinking it's going to protect him. But lots of stuff like hepatitis is only for sexually active or IV drug users. Please, get on your knees if you have to. To these type of slaves, they like a power trip.